everybody. Hella here. How's it going? Good to see you. Oh, well. I knew it was going to get worse before it got better. Sometimes the doctor says that, when you get like a rash or something like that. Can we compare Lauren to a rash? Little, bit of a virus or something like that? Or will she send me a cease and desist if I do that? You know how, sometimes you get a little bump or something come up, little bit of prickliness, and you go to the doctor and you say, "Hey doc, what's this?" And the doc says, "Oh, that might just get a little bit worse before it gets better." Well, these text messages seem to be getting just a little bit worse before they get better. Oh dear. Because I said, a while back when the body cams were happening, that surely the text messages, they can't be as bad as what we're seeing happen before our eyes right now. Like nothing is as bad as watching her completely show her colors, to be everything she said she wasn't, to be like the biggest liar, to be somebody who lies to the police, makes up false police reports.
Declaring false police reports, that's a lie.
Yeah, they were false police reports. They were. Yeah, they were. Gets words wrong.
Torturous interference.
Names wrong, stuff like that. But don't know whether she does it on purpose or not. Sometimes I think she might get names wrong on purpose. Sometimes. And just bad mouths people, doesn't really care who she drags through the mud. Yeah, I don't know. But she is an investigative journalist. Like, she's a journalist. She was in the real news. I said that surely these text messages that she's so scared of, like she was so worried. And even John was like, all our hard work's about to go down the drain in a minute. Surely none of it can be as bad as what we were seeing. But it's starting to get kind of bad. Yeah, so...
I've definitely had my jackass moments. It's fair.
Kind of a jackass, that one. So, if you saw my post from my last night, which would have been your morning, you would have seen that Lauren's turned out to be a bit of a green-eyed monster. Bit jelly. Bit wobbly jelly. You guys say jelly? You say jello, don't you? I'm going to bring Nelly and ask him. Because I refer to him whenever I don't know about American terms.
Hey.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You do say jelly, don't you?
Yeah. Well, usually, yeah, we do somewhat. I usually say it more in kind of a mocking term, but.
Right. Jelly like jealous, but jelly for you is something else. Like jelly something that like we call what we have in a jar that we call jam and we spread it on bread. You call that jelly, right?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. Because we call it jam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not my jam.
It's not your jam. Right? But the thing that wobbles, you call that jello, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we call that jelly.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird.
There you go. Hello, where am I at, girl? I'm in Brizzy. Vegas. Or Brisbane, as you guys call it, but it's actually Brisbane. Brisbane, yes. Australia, Queensland. I'm up north.
I'm sorry.
I'm not north. Stop it. Lauren is jelly of younger, pretty women, allegedly, in my opinion. Well, I mean, Andrea is around the same age, but she's smarter and has more integrity, so therefore more beautiful. So I don't know if it's about looks. I think it's about intelligence. So yeah, jam has seeds, jelly does not. Here in Australia, yes. Jam too, yeah. Jelly or jam, yeah. Jello is a state of mind. We have both. I'm sure you have both. You just call them something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very basic with my food, so I don't know.
You're all around basic.
I'll eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Wait, what'd you say? Okay. I usually just have chicken nuggets for dinner.
I said nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pink Pajama Penguin is a new member. Hello. Welcome. Valentine Bilby is always gifting a membership here and there, and it's so sweet. I love the way you just drop them. So cute of you. You're a lovely Valentine Bilby. Such a sweetie. And Tracy McMillan gifted five Excited Utterance memberships, turning chat green. Good view. And do you know how close we are here to 10,000? Like we're sneaking on up there to the 10K mark. It's really kind of exciting because all we care about is clicks and views and subs, right? That's it. We're so black-hearted. That's kind of exciting. Yeah, and tomorrow we're going to visit Mr. Nick Starro for his 20,000 subscriber party. So maybe we'll just like rain on his parade a little bit and go crash his party and go, can we make it a 10 and 20? No, I won't do that. Charlie. Oh, Charlie. Oh.
Whoa.
Hello. Look at your username, Charlie Fugit. Another 5. That's really cool. Thank you. What a cool username you've got there, Charlie. Thank you for the 5. And Mrs. Soap and Clay, another new member. Hello, Mrs. Soap and Clay. You've been hanging out a bit. It's good to see you. Welcome and enjoy your membership. So nice to have you. And welcome new members. I think we have Phil in chat. Where's Phil? I just saw him. TYO Toys. Where's TYO Toys? I want to say hi to Phil. There you are. Hello, Phil. How are you? Good to see you, mate. Phil's been a member for a while, and it's always nice to see him. Judy Rowan wasn't wrong. Rather, he exposed himself as the con artist he is. You don't unethically splice in news reports of people being murdered by stalkers into someone talking on accident. I don't know. I have very little opinion on this Judy Ron person. I feel like he's just I don't watch him, but from what I've seen of Judy Ron, he seems to just be a regular cop, ex-cop. He's on the side of cops. He just believes everyone's guilty all the time. Doesn't really pay that much attention to the rest of the story. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. And did I just see something else happen? Dali, please delete our texts. Oh, aren't you cute? Remember for 19 months. Alrighty. Cool. I think his Alzheimer's kicked in a bit and showed his ass. Yeah. All right, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. So today we have a special Delphi edition of Lauren's text messages, her private text messages. So if you aren't aware, and I think probably everyone in chat kind of is aware, but I will do a little sort of background. Laura Matthias went to Delphi, Indiana late last year, so November, December last year, to cover the case of Indiana versus Richard Allen. Now, that was a very controversial case because the evidence against Richard Allen was controversial. It was thin on the ground, let's say. The most compelling evidence was a set of confessions that was made by Richard Allen whilst he was being held in solitary confinement in maximum security prison. So it was Westville Correctional Center in Indiana. He was kept in very poor conditions, and I don't really want to even go into the amount of physical and mental torture, and there is no question it was torture that he went through during that time. He maintained his innocence for a long time, much longer than most people probably could, until he broke under a lot of pressure and started confessing, basically saying, and at one point he even said, "I'll say whatever they want me to say," and just started saying, "I did it, I did it, I did it." And he also said a lot of other things. He said he started World War III.
Yeah.
He said a lot of very strange things and doing a lot of very strange things.
But they don't ever mention that stuff. Stuff that they know is not true.
Stuff they know is not true. So those confessions, and there were 60-something of them, played a huge part in his conviction because there was no DNA there at the scene. There was supposedly a bullet, an unspent round that belonged to his gun, found at the scene. However, the ballistics that were done to show that it was his bullet were very, very shady. The ballistics expert had to fire a round in order to get a similar marking to the round that was supposedly found at the scene. Now, any ballistics expert, there's been a few weigh in now, have come along and said that that's a mismatch. So if you have to put a round through a different set of conditions to get the same marking, then that means that it's not the same marking. And even the one juror who has come out and spoken since said that she was not convinced by that piece of evidence. There was no witness identification of Richard Allen, and there's much dispute over whether he was there at the same time. He always said that he was gone by 1:30 p.m. and the girls were there later. So 2:07 p.m. was the last documented instance of them being there. 2:07 was a Snapchat photo. Sorry, 2:13 p.m. was the video of them on the bridge, and there was a instance of a bridge guy being shown behind them, and that supposedly is their killer. So that's a bit of background. Obviously, there's so much more that I could provide. And Lauren was there giving her coverage because there were no cameras allowed in the courtroom. So she had a responsibility to provide information to her audience. Everybody who was allowed in the courtroom as reporters had a responsibility, in my opinion, and I believe a lot of other people's opinions, they had a responsibility. Now, Andrea Burkhart was there, and she's a lawyer, a defense lawyer. She lives in Washington, and she hadn't been so much covering the case up until then, but she has a great interest in transparency in the courts. And I remember just before this trial started, she, out of the blue, messaged me and said, "I am going to Indiana and I'm going to cover this case. And would you mod for my channel?" And I was so honored because she only ever had her husband modding for her channel, one person, even though she has a lot of people in her live chat.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And because she said, "I'm getting more people on to mod. We're going to need it." And I said, "Cool. And you're going to Indiana? All right." And I don't think she knew, or anybody really knew, how hard it was going to be.
No.
Lauren brought a team with her.
I know Lauren complained about how rough it was there.
And it was rough. It
Hmm.
was rough on anybody reporting. And Andrea did talk a lot about how difficult the days were there. Long days, very few breaks, if any. The first day, I think there was no breaks. And the judge didn't make it easy for people to report. In fact, we'll talk about that later. Andrea actually wrote her own motion to intervene on behalf of the people to have greater access to the court. So
Denied.
yeah, everything got denied by Judge Gold. So anyway, I'm going to get now, sorry to give such a long intro, and I'll timestamp this all out later. But I'm going to now go into the pettiness and the very sort of sad state of mind that Lauren must have been in, because she was very jealous, in my opinion, of Andrea and probably others as well, who were reporting on this and getting more attention than her. Yeah. And so you've already seen one text, and I will bring that back up again. But I also want to give you a bit more context around that text message, and then I'm going to show you some more. So, Andrea was amazing. Bob wanted to. Bob had been following it for longer. Bob and Ali.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were there. They were there. I have to give it to Andrea and lawyer Lee, I think, as well. I think they came into it more fresh, and but they did so much research, and I'm not sure how much research Lauren and John Matthias especially did going in.
Hi.
Bob Motter had a permanent scar from his reporting on the Delphi steps. Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's get into this. So, without further ado. The case of Indiana versus Richard Allen and Lauren Matthias, the jealous YouTuber. Coffee.
Who do you mean?
Who do you mean? All right. So late 2024. This is I've made sure that this is correct. This is Lauren Matthias in a group chat. So Lauren expresses distaste for Andrea Barnhart. She calls her Barnhart. Barnhart's coverage of the Delphi case, clearly referring to Andrea Burkhart. Dr. Waller was Richard Allen's prison psychologist, and she was terminated for ethical misconduct, guys. So let's be clear about that. Okay, so would you like to read, Lauren, please, Dali?
Oh, if I must. Andrea Barnhart, okay, is saying that, excuse me, is saying the most upsetting things and spreading misinformation like wildfire, and doesn't even care about Abby and Libby. Bold statement there. She said last night that this isn't about justice for Libby and Abby. It's about justice for Richard Allen. She said she wishes she could clone herself. She is saying Dr. Waller did things wrong when it's not true. She is making up shit and suggesting people call the licensing board for Waller and is posting free Richard hashtags. I know you are probably following all of this, but to be.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I posted this this morning, I think, and this really pissed me off. It really pissed me off. And I had a fair idea she was saying shit like this, right? I had a fair idea. Who was this sent to? It's in a group chat. It's in a group chat. So it wasn't just one person. And I'm not going to dox the other people, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Those are fighting words. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I just need to clear a few things up here. I want to correct her. So, spreading misinformation like wildfire. Well, okay. If we want to talk about spreading misinformation, Lauren's streams were full of just her facts were just all over the place. She was continually messing up. She was reading one set of notes and then another set of notes, and then, oh no, I need to correct that, or she just wouldn't correct it at all. Now, Andrea's notes were so impeccable that when we finally got the court transcripts, we were in a state of shock that they were so close to what was actually said. It was like, this woman's a machine. Like, how did she do that?
Even better than like court notes I take.
Oh, even better than your court notes. By the way, Dali's court notes are like, you need to see them. You need to see them. They're just a scribble. Yeah, he writes notes like, oh, that chick's cute.
No, I said defense attorney equals cutie. Okay, get it right.
Yeah. But I remember people saying to us, oh, you probably will be disappointed when you get the court transcripts because, Andrea would have got things wrong. It was weird how many things she got, like word for word, not even kidding. And there was a crowdfunding effort to get all those court transcripts. They cost thousands of dollars. We didn't get them until mid this year. And Andrea's reporting was stellar. Absolutely stellar. So spreading misinformation, what bullshit. Not that you would know, Lauren, because like how could you even know? Like you weren't watching her. You were busy like reporting other people's notes who you were paying.
Yeah.
Okay. So then this next bit. So she said last night that this isn't about justice for Libby and Abby. It's about justice for Richard Allen. Now, I very much doubt that she said it's not about justice for Libby and Abby. That does not sound like something that Andrea would say. But she would say that it's about justice for Richard Allen.
Which is also justice for Libby and Abby. Because getting the wrong person is not justice for them.
Exactly. That would be the way she would put it. That would be the way she would put it. Hey, All Eyes, how's it going, mate? We definitely need to put your links into chat, guys. So mods, if you could put All Eyes links into chat, especially your GitHub, which is fantastic. And so she's saying there's no question in my mind that Andrea is saying that it is Indiana versus Richard Allen. That's what the trial is. And we can't muddy that up because just because the two girls were murdered and that is terrible, two things can be true at once. We can have justice for Richard Allen, and if he is not the right man, then that is not justice for Abby and Libby. Justice for Abby and Libby can look like him being found not guilty as well. And going then and finding the right killer. Because imagine if the killer is walking free and the last person that they saw does not face justice. That's terrible. That's unconscionable. Yeah. Andrea will never stoop to Lauren's lows and give her words the time of day. No, and I do not expect that Andrea is going to respond to this stuff, unless there's some very damning allegation in here. I doubt that we'll hear from Andrea because it's just not worth it. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't really think so. A criminal defense attorney pointing out a murder trial is about justice for the accused means I don't care about victims. Laugh my ass off, Lauren, you simple-minded asshat. Yeah, look, exactly. I don't think Lauren really understands what a defense attorney does. Yeah. Okay. So next, this next bit about, she said she wishes she could clone herself. Well, I don't think she had staff there. In fact, she didn't have staff there. She was in the courthouse on her own the entire time. She was in the courthouse on her own the entire time. And Dali's in chat talking for me.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, we have a StreamYard glitch, and when he chats sometimes in StreamYard, it comes out as me.
My
so
mistake. She'll yell at
yeah.
me later for that. Sorry.
I'm yelling at you right now.
There. She does it in public.
as long as you're not saying anything bad.
No. Not that time.
Yeah. And hey, Crash, I gave you a wrench, mate. You don't have to do anything with it. I just want to be able to see where you are. Good to see you, love. Okay, so yeah, she's saying she could clone herself. Well, she doesn't have several assistants there. Eventually she did have a couple of people volunteer to be line sitters, which was greatly appreciated because she needed sleep. She had to sleep.
Yeah.
Now this bit, and I really want to correct this bit. So she is saying Dr. Waller, and she spelled Waller wrong there, did things wrong when it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. She is making up shit and suggesting people call the licensing board for Waller and is posting Free Richard hashtags. Okay, all right, let's go there. Let's go there, peeps. Let's talk about Dr. Waller. Let's talk Dr. Waller for a minute. Shall we? Shall we? Yep, let's go, because Dr. Waller's a psychopath. She's an absolute psychopath, and I'm sure that Laura never went there. She never went there. Dr. Waller is the one who, she's the only one who ever heard Richard Allen make the confession that contained information that only the killer would know. And guess what she did with that confession, guys? She shredded her notes about it.
Well, in her defense, I think she needed some new lining for her hamster cage.
She shredded her damn notes. But that's okay. She can do that, right? Because she's a prison psychologist. Yeah. And by the way, she was sacked from being a prison psychologist at Westville. She was sacked. Yeah. But she still worked for Centurion, who was the contracting company. Let's have a bit of a look, shall we? Let's just have a little bit of a look. Let's just downplay Dr. Waller and make out like she's fine, shall we, Lauren? Andrea Burkhart's reputation speaks for itself. Lauren's jealousy here is unbecoming. But who is Dr. Waller? So, guys, this is Yellow Jacket, and she knows a lot about this case. And this is actually a tweet from a little while ago. And I want to show you what it says. Hang on a minute. I'll bring it up. And now my audio is not going to work. 2 seconds.
It's always something.
It's always something with me, isn't it? It's always something with me. Okay, this. Oops. I'm just going to go like this for a second, and then I'm going to stop share.
Excuse me. Sorry, guys. All right. While Hella is fixing that, I will interact with the chat now that I've sneezed.
Now that you've sneezed?
Yeah, I had a sneeze. I remember Andrea Burkhart from Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard. I believe that is when she started streaming.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh,
All right. So Delphi prosecutor filed fourth motion to subpoena Richard Allen's mental health records on 15th of March 2024, and it was granted on the 2nd of the 4th 24, so 4th of April 2024. Okay, so on the 29th of the 3rd 2024, so 29th of March, a YouTuber already knew about specific statements Rick had made in complete medical confidentiality to disgraced psychologist Monica Waller. Monica Waller. Now, Monica Waller, she actually was a true crime fan, everybody. She's a true crime fan. Get that? Yeah. Isn't
What
that
could go
interesting?
wrong?
Isn't that interesting? And what could go wrong? And gosh, on the 15th of March 2024, Dr. Waller highly recommended this YouTuber in a Delphi FB group. And I wonder who he was texting. And now, look.
Told the psychologist that exact thing, and it's shown that his van did show up exactly at that time. Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be an interesting...
Sorry, Twitter makes it go in the middle. Who's that? Can you all recognize who that is?
Let me make sure something here. Okay.
You got it?
He's texting someone. He's texting someone on a live stream.
Oh, I think he's texting his wife's boyfriend to see how late they'll be.
Like Richard Allen is at the... He confessed to different witnesses. One of them was a psychologist. And I don't know. And so yeah, and the thing is this is just a rumor, okay? This is a rumor.
Rumor.
Might be a decent rumor, but it's a rumor nevertheless. Okay. So what if Richard Allen at the crime scene, when he told one of his psychologists that maybe he saw something specific while he was at the crime scene and why he sped things along and ran away. For example, what if he saw maybe Kay Weber's son driving home in his van and told the psychologist that exact thing, and it's shown that his van did show up exactly at that time. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Wouldn't that be interesting? March 29th,
that'd be an interesting thing.
2024.
Yeah. What if he said, while he was at the crime scene, he saw the van and he got nervous and he killed him and he ran away? And it happens to be Kay Weber's son, perhaps. Wouldn't that
Brad Weber. It was Brad Weber's van. That van that supposedly Richard Allen said that he saw, which was the bit of information that only the killer could know, that Monica Waller was the one who said Richard Allen confessed to. Monica Waller was in Gray Hughes's chat regularly. She was following Gray Hughes. She was a true crime fan. This is March 29, 2024. And here's Gray Hughes on his live texting with somebody and having a little muse about, wouldn't it be funny if Kay Weber's son, his van was seen by Richard Allen?
Wow.
Giving stuff away there, Gray. Giving yourself away there. Right. Now, also, let's go back. This is not news. Yeah. Dr. Waller didn't even hide behind an alt. Dr. Waller did not even hide behind an alt.
Oh,
So look at
sweetie.
this.
Come on.
There she is. Right. There she is. Yeah. So, do you want to read Robin Flick here?
Just wondering who everyone watches on YouTube. I'm not here to argue. We all like different people. Personally, I prefer channels that don't just follow the narrative and do their own research. Do I agree with everything they say? No, but I respect their opinions. The channels I don't watch are the ones that yell and call people names because they don't agree with them or question them. They have egos that can't allow them to be wrong. I don't agree with people that Doxa.
Yeah. So Monica Waller then says, Grey Hughes, Delphi After Dark for the drama, True Crime Investigates, Criminality, hey T, how's it going? Defense Diaries, Sleuth Intuition, his calm tone is unnerving. Right? This came into trial. So her activity on true crime channels came into trial. Yes? So the fact that Lauren is saying in a text message that she did nothing wrong it's just bullshit. Either she is playing dumb or just shutting her mind to anything that the prosecution has that could be exculpatory. Just shutting her mind to all exculpatory evidence. It's surreal. Here's Lauren reporting on Dr. Waller.
No.
Okay, so now there's a question. Was there, hold on, just a second. It's still going. Let's just,
I don't know why she went blank there, but she's fine.
Did she mute it?
Hang on.
All right. There we go. Guys, I'm struggling reading my own handwriting here. Okay. So now they're comparing the first part of, this is still the prosecution of Richard Allen entering prison, like his history, like his first chart to his second chart, like after he's in prison. Okay. And the question is that in his first chart, with all of his history, when he comes in, they said there's no indication that he had been sexually abused. Is that right? Like, and they're like, no, it's not on his history chart. His history of his mental health that comes with depression and anxiety and all that stuff. No, it does not say, there's no indication that he was sexually abused. It's not on the chart when he came in. So when Alan shared that he had been an alcoholic multiple times since 2011, was that on his original chart? No, it wasn't on his original chart. That was
the way she is reading. It's like she wasn't even there. This is day, as far as she's concerned, this is day 11, but it doesn't align with the days as far as Andrea is concerned. I think Andrea was there for jury selection. And so she calls hers like the day Dr. Waller was there. I think she's got it down as day 14 or something like that. Whereas, yeah, so I'm not sure why it's only day 11 for her, but she wasn't there for day 13, day 14, because remember how I reported on her going home for Halloween? She definitely wasn't there around then. So I don't know if she just like switched off or what, if she's reading someone else's notes, but she doesn't seem to be that confident.
That was different. So when he made the confession and he referred to being a sex addict, that was different too, right? That wasn't in his chart? Correct. So in other words, he didn't mention past abuse before. He didn't mention alcoholism before or this alleged addiction before. And so it was different. So the question is, do people underreport in areas though? She said, yes, that is very common that people underreport their own disorders or mental illness or.
Okay. So the state is trying to get to Dr. Waller being able to testify that he could have more stuff, right? There could be more things there and there could be less things there. Like, really, you can make up whatever shit you want. It's fine. And this helps her also. Like, this helps her with her Dr. John analysis later, because remember how later he talks about the fact that he's a confessed sex addict, etc.
Yeah.
Right.
Addictions. Then now we have defense again for a recross. So Rosie's first question out of the gate. Well, do you know if Richard Allen was underreporting the sexual abuse and the alcoholism? She says, I don't know. Question. Well, might have he been telling you these things that weren't true? In other words, I put in parentheses here, like Rosie's trying to imply that Richard Allen might be a liar, which is kind of a weird thing to do when, your defense, but I get it. Like he's trying to say, how can you prove that anything he tells you is true if he underreports? Or how can you try to prove? So he says, question, you testified again that you could keep things separate when you went to work, yet you searched things related to this case at work directly, did you not? And you were doing that for personal reasons. Her answer is, there's always that interest.
Okay, we'll just leave it at that, Lauren, right? Yeah. Like, does that bother you? Like, there's always that interest. Like, she's searching these things for personal interest. And, okay, sure, just report the facts, all right. But then she's having a go at Andrea Burkhart in personal text saying that Andrea is saying that Lauren did things, that Andrea is reporting things wrong. Like, why are you having a go at Andrea Burkhart for saying that Monica Waller's done things wrong when it's very clear, like you're reporting it. If that is the testimony that's coming out in court, then it's very clear that Monica Waller's doing things wrong. But you don't seem to have a problem with it. Like you're just sort of glossing over it, right? It's just it doesn't seem to bother her.
No.
She's just like reading it and just no biggie. Okay. She thinks she knows what she's talking about. Yeah. And really, if you remember,
I respect Gray Hughes's work so much.
Like there's that. All right, so let's move on. It was just a man's life. Like my cats are like going nuts over there.
No.
We've both got cat problems right now.
Oh, he's not a problem.
That's it. She's just fishing for good stuff, right? So it was kind of like, let's take the testimony and look for what we can to try and make him look like a sex addict and a
degenerate,
a psychopath, a degenerate, and bring all that stuff back to Dr. John so he can paint that picture. And he did.
Oh, yeah.
Because he already started a week before trial. He started a week before trial with the whole domestic violence thing, turning the reporting thing into a domestic violence. And so all that other stuff was just waiting for them to turn it into something else. All right, let's go, guys. She's going to start talking about Nancy Grace again.
I don't even want to think about what my psych profile would be like if somebody watched a few of my early streams.
Sexual deviant. He loves saying sexual deviant. It rolls off his tongue. He just loves it. Sexual deviant. Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay, so Lauren Matthias in a group chat. No, Lauren talking about Nancy Grace popping into the Delphi trial. There you go.
I hate Nancy Grace. All right, guys, maybe we've been too hard on Lauren. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
And when she came into the courtroom yesterday, I was actually glad because I thought maybe she can share some truth.
Oh, okay, no.
Okay, I take everything nice I just said back.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's bad, when you're counting on old Nancy. The only thing you can count on Nancy for is going on Dancing with the Stars and having a wardrobe malfunction.
A nip slip. Yeah. You can count on Nancy for your daily dose of verbal abuse, basically.
And visual abuse.
Yeah. It's a trauma. Look, I actually, on reflection, the Nancy Grace quote from yesterday was kind of funny.
Yeah.
In a dark kind of way, but this one, because I thought maybe she can share some truth. Well, what truth? Like, okay, Nancy Grace, I'll remind you guys, she turned up for 2 hours. That's what Andrea said, and I believe her. She turned up for 2 hours one day. It was during the prosecution case. She turned up, I think she said 10 a.m., hung out for 2 hours. Then she was out the front doing her piece to camera. I've seen it. Actually saw it just today earlier. She said that Richard Allen was doing this clenching of the door like that, and she imitated it. And yeah, she was very clearly Richard's guilty, because that's what Nancy does.
Yeah.
And she left. So glad, because I thought maybe she can share some truth. What truth? How can Nancy know the truth? Nancy knows nothing. She knows nothing. She's an entertainer, really. Comes down to it. Like, that's what it does. Okay. All right, this one. Lauren talking about the lowly YouTubers. Oh, this is going to be fun. YouTubers.
Wait, lowly YouTubers?
Well, that's what I put.
Oh.
Lowly YouTubers giving out coffee at the Delphi trial. Ready? Let's go.
Oh, I didn't bring Lauren coffee. Should I have?
Maybe.
There are some awful YouTubers banned from the courtroom, and they showed up at 5 a.m. to give my assistant a box of donuts while she walked from the sidewalk to the steps of the courtroom so she could hand out donuts to everyone in line. And the people in line were shouting at her to put the donuts down and to not touch them. I looked over at the Y-tubbers who were shouting from the sidewalk, and they said they had coffee for everyone. I said, semicolon. But they have coffee?
But they have coffee.
Everyone was like, another semicolon. Don't touch it. That's what Lauren said on the. They are trying to hurt everyone. They can't come onto the courthouse property for a reason, and they're trying to get you to go over. Don't do it.
This is brilliant. Don't drink the devil's bean juice, Lauren. Don't.
It's not the devil's lettuce.
The filthy small YouTubers.
Boy, I wonder if that's how Lauren thought of me. I'm just
Isn't
just
Ella
a
a
lowly
YouTuber?
YouTuber.
No, she's a true crime podcaster.
Extraordinaire.
In the real news, right?
Yes.
Does Lauren not realize she's an effing YouTuber? No, but she's got a big channel, apparently.
Yes. Not some lowly YouTuber.
Unless you like compare her to someone like Annie Elise, in which case, but we won't go there. We won't go there.
Mormons can't drink coffee, right? Well, it's caffeine, but
can they?
I think someone help me out in chat. I don't think they drink caffeine, but I could be mistaken.
good LDS members do not.
Yeah.
drink
Okay,
the
thank you,
coffee.
Russia. Yeah.
But she's not LDS, right? Like she's X,
No, I think.
right?
I
I
think
don't
she's.
know.
Yeah.
Help me out. I haven't got a goddamn clue anymore.
Yeah. So no Diet Coke
Poisonous
for Lauren.
donut and coffee story. This is brilliant. Hey, what are we at 10,000?
Really?
Thanks.
Oh, congratulations.
No
Yes, you are.
way. We should have some celebratory donuts. Oh wow, donuts! Yay! Celebratory, famous, infamous poison donuts. That's amazing. Oh wow, guys! We're still just a small YouTube channel.
I know.
We are 10. Yay!
Thank you,
Guys,
everyone.
thank you. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you. That's really nice. I'll drink to that. I'll drink my poison coffee to that. Wow. Schnibbles with the 20 Excited
Wow.
Utterance memberships. I love you, Schnibbles.
You.
Schnibbles is a long-term member. I've been here forever. Love you, man. You are so great. Schnibbles has the cutest little cat with the popcorn. Oh, mate, thank you so much. You've been such a great supporter over the years. And yeah, you're always turning chat green. No matter how many people are in chat, you're always turning chat green. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is quite a little moment for me. And I know it's a small number compared to some people, but it's not about compare. Like, here's the thing, right? And I'm gonna come back to Lauren for a minute and her stupid jealousy and pettiness and her hierarchy of people. Like, she has this thing where she's all about how big she is in life and how important different people are in life, and how she always has to say that she's covering a high profile case and that her husband is a criminal psychologist and that she is a true crime podcaster and she's a journalist and she's this and that, and she has to always flout her accomplishments. And she'll also say things like she'll name drop. She does all this name dropping. And then she'll put other people down and go, oh, but they've got a small channel and no one really watches them. So she said this about Laurie Hellaverse, remember? Remember she said, oh, not many people watch her. And I just find that reeks of insecurity, because in this life, we're all people. We all come into each room with the same voice. We really are all equal, and it's not about what kind of channel that you have or qualification that you have. Is what you have personally to offer. And I just feel like that's very transparent when you have to say all those things about yourself. It just goes to show how small you actually feel that you are yourself. Can you hear that?
A little bit. All right.
So then you might.
Australia's got their whole War of the Emu thing.
That's my cat calling out my name.
Oh, I thought it was an emu.
No. Yeah. She's so bitter and insecure. Yeah. See, I mean, when Darlie will tell you, like when I had no subs, very like none.
Yeah.
I would go on panels with law tubers and they would give me respect.
Yeah.
They would absolutely give me respect. And it was because I didn't consider myself small or little. I would just go on and
You treat him as an equal.
Because I am an equal. And you are an equal. And I'd say, why? And he'd go, oh, I remember, Darlie, you would say to me, how come you're so confident? you know, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, you can be too. Just go and talk.
Yeah.
You've got as much to offer as anybody else. Oh, but they're big YouTubers. I'm like, oh, so what? Then they're not bigger than you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's this whole attitude of people being bigger. It's made up. It's made up. No one is better than anyone. Exactly. That's right. But she will never feel good enough. And so she's trying to make people believe that she is because she doesn't feel good enough. That's right. That's right. Treating others with respect and kindness are what good people do. Yeah, Felicia. That's right. And how are you, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you. She stated she's a proud LDS member. She stated it on Radio Free Mormon YouTube channel after her John DeLynn video. Congrats on the 10,000 subs. Thank you so much, Eddie Purdy. That's very nice for $5. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So hang on. She stated it on the Radio Free Mormon YouTube channel, but when? Like today? Like, sorry, as in a few days
Christmas
ago?
Eve?
Because I thought that she's ex LDS.
No, I don't think so. Because she was trying to get John to convert.
God knows. God knows. God knows. God knows. Anyway, right, let's keep going. I love this. This is just hilarious. This is going to be 1,000 memes. Don't touch it. They're trying to hurt everyone. They can't come onto the courthouse property for a reason and are trying to get you to go over. Don't do it. What do you mean they can't come onto the courthouse property? Really? Is there a line? Like, did the bailiffs like make a line depending on like how bigger or important of a YouTuber you are? And
Or did they get kicked out?
like, someone tell me who was there. Like, who was not allowed to be there?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what religion one is, Joel. It's just she keeps changing her mind. That's all. It's more about like the consistency of the story I'm trying to work out. That's all. Because she keeps like she goes on Dr. DeLyn's show, and that's for ex-women, I thought. But I don't know. Seems so exhausting to be her because she's got to keep up with all her lies. That's all. She's still LDS. That's why it's so weird that she goes on these ex-Mormon channels. That's what I'm getting at. Like, I just can't keep up with the stories. Yeah, I can't keep up with the stories. Yeah.
Unless she wants to kind of, I don't know. It's
who knows?
Yeah.
What I've heard is that she tries to keep her finger in different pies so that like she can appeal to one audience and then another audience and another audience. I suppose
Playing
kind of
both
makes
sides.
sense, but it's very difficult because like then like who are you?
eventually this happens.
Eventually this happens. People go,
They figure it out.
the hell, they figure out that there's all these stories going around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually people compare notes.
Yeah, people compare notes. She says whatever is convenient. Yeah. There were some YouTubers that were not allowed because of something that happened at a previous hearing. I think they got in a verbal disagreement. Oh, I remember that. There was actually a physical altercation at one of the previous hearings.
Really.
Yes. Outside one of the previous hearings.
It involved Grayson.
No, Grayson wasn't around then. But that's a very specific group. So that wouldn't have been a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll have to come back to you on that. Because I don't want to lead you down a false path on that one. But yeah, there was an altercation at a previous hearing. I'll have to come back to you with the actual details on that one. But it would have Lara. Hey, AI Lara, how are you?
Hey.
Today, but he was he said he was set up. Yeah. So like that's a whole different story. But yeah, it wouldn't have been like a whole big group of YouTubers is what I'm saying. It would have been very localized, sort of one or two. Were they going to grab her and force the coffee down her throat? The poison coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's so much drama, Breen, you know. And how's your kitty cats, mate? Moments in Trading, talk to Lara or Classic in chat. They'll give you more of an overview. All right. Cool. All right. So here we go. More about Andrea. So Lauren whining about Andrea getting so much attention during the Delphi trial. Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh. And I cannot understand why Andrea Burkhart is getting so much attention. What she says and what she's doing is so upsetting. Yet Lawyer just had her on. And Lawyer Lee, who I like, is also now getting pulled in. Aw. Andrea, I have no warm feelings towards. Does she have warm feelings towards anyone? I don't like her. She upsets me, and what she is doing is upsetting. Lawyer Lee is just getting pulled in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we get it. You don't like Andrea. Righto. Yep, got it. Yep. Wow, the jealousy is like strong. Yeah? Like,
Big time.
jeez Christ. What is going on? So what she's doing is upsetting. She's upsetting me. And what she's doing is upsetting. And I'm feeling threatened, very threatened. Surprised she didn't send her a cease and desist. Actually, I'm not surprised. Can you imagine if Andrea got a cease and desist from, from Lauren's like crappy lawyers? Imagine the clapback. Oh, she would just she would write the best response letter. Andrea would not be taking that. It's just okay. So why is Andrea Burkhart getting so much so much attention? Chat, you guys tell us, why do you think Andrea Burkhart was getting so much attention during the Delphi trial? Why do you think she was getting so much attention? Why? Because she is educated in law and is looking for evidence in the case, not just picking sides. Yeah. And look, I was there. I was in her chat. She got some criticism, Andrea. She got some criticism. She got some criticism from people who were like, well, you're so defense biased. You're so defense biased is what people would say. And I'll say right from the start that Andrea came in and said, I'm a defense attorney. So I will have some defense bias. Yeah. And she also said everybody is biased. Where like people are biased. And I will always say that I can't be unbiased. That's human nature. We are biased. We come into everything with our own frame of reference. So she walked into that courtroom and as much as she can try to be unbiased, she is a defense attorney. Now, my point of view on these things is that the law is innocent until proven guilty, and that the prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the person sitting there committed this crime. So to be defense biased going in it's not something to be ashamed of. You are being convinced. So Andrea was sitting there waiting to be convinced. And she has been convinced many times of people's guilt.
Yeah.
I was hoping, sitting there and listening to her coming back with the notes from court, that there would be far more evidence presented against Richard Allen, and I could feel more at ease if there were a guilty verdict that he was the person who committed these murders. Even though I knew that he'd been poorly treated, very poorly treated, prior to trial, at least I could feel at ease that he did it and he was going to prison for the right reasons. So I was ready to have the state convince me. Unfortunately, they came very, very far short. And I'm sure Andrea felt the same way. But to have some bias towards the defense at the beginning of a trial, I think is more fair than to have a bias towards the prosecution, because you are there to be convinced, not already convinced that he's guilty and to be convinced the other way around, because the burden is on the state. Lawyer Lee is just getting pulled in. Well, what is she, like this gullible person sitting in the middle who is just, being pulled between sides? I don't think so. Lawyer Lee seems like an intelligent person. What do you mean just being pulled in?
Yeah.
But she likes Lawyer Lee. I wonder why. I wonder what's going on there. This whole, and there seems to be some jealousy around this lawyer, affiliation. Lawyer Lee's also wicked smart. Yeah, she is. So I wonder why. I wonder why she's not so threatened by Lawyer Lee. I wonder what that's all about. Yeah, they're both grown-ass women. And the judge was horrendous. Yes, I know. Sorry, I just missed that chat. Lawyer Lee and Andrea had some small disagreements during the trial, and it wasn't a big deal at all. No, it's exactly.
Lawyers disagree with each other. If they didn't, then there'd be no legal system.
Yes, get lawyers together in one room and have them agree on every single thing. Not possible.
Yeah.
Not possible. Yeah. Okay, so let's see, because I found Andrea did appear on Lawyer, and she talked at length about how Judge Gull discouraged reporting on the case. Two seconds. Share this instead.
Of the trial, it is quite evident that the judge is very hostile to the public interest in this case. The circumstances of the trial are challenging. Being able to attend under the rules that the court has put into place. It's got limited public seating, and they are being quite stringent about breaks and making us leave the court, line up, get back in line. Like the first week or so, we didn't get lunch. I mean, you couldn't leave your place in line. It was getting pretty tough. That rule has subsequently relaxed. We're now allowed to bring them into the courthouse, just not into the courtroom. So during the break, we get to sit out in the hall in our line and have something to eat. These are just small, like discouraging types of actions that do have the tendency to read to most of us that are standing there in the line that this is intended to discourage us from wanting to show up and continue to report on this case.
So, yes, that was Andrea on Lawyer. I believe that he also had Bob on, Bob Motter from Defense Diaries, and he had Lawyer Lee on. I don't know who else he had on. So he's not someone who, like, because he covers a lot of different cases. So he's not someone who would be sort of going and sitting in the courtroom. He sort of spreads himself across a lot of different things. And he also asks his audience who they'd like to have on. So yeah, she's clearly quite jealous of that. What about Bob? Yeah, Bob Motter went on Lawyer as well. So the thing about Andrea getting so much attention and her being on Lawyer You Know, she is doing what she's doing is so upsetting, yet Lawyer You Know just had her on. So it's kind of like, why would Lawyer You Know have her on because when she's doing these upsetting things? So why is she singling out Andrea as doing upsetting things? Andrea is reporting pretty much in the same kind of way that Bob Motter and Ali were, and Lawyer Lee was. They were reporting the kind of atrocities that had happened to Richard Allen. That's the kind of thing I was reading from them. So they were very critical of the prosecution as well. But Andrea is being singled out by Lauren. So it seems that there's just something about Andrea that she doesn't like and she finds to be upsetting. Yeah, it's just, jealousy, I suppose. Successful woman hater. Yeah, something like that. Andrea even filed her own writ of mandamus, a motion to intervene. So, yes, she did that on behalf of everybody, really. Like it was in order to get more access to the court. So in Indiana, they actually had more access to the court to credentialed media than to people who were just considered like YouTubers, like Andrea, and Hidden True Crime. So this writ of mandamus, or writ of Matt Damon, writ of mandamus, is a verified petition, and she did it pro se. And we can have a really quick look. I did a stream on this at the time, actually. And yeah, she said, Richard Allen is currently standing trial in Carroll County for the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. This case has captured global attention and interest, with tens, if not hundreds of thousands of members of the public around the world praying for this trial to bring justice to Abigail Williams and Liberty German, as well as peace and closure to the families of the victims and the community of Delphi, Indiana. But in spite of this overwhelming public interest, and in contradiction to fundamental principles of transparency in court proceedings and accountability of government, the court has cloaked this process in secrecy from its inception. Today, this inexplicable hostility to the openness of criminal proceedings, a principle enshrined in the First Amendment of the US Constitution, has culminated in the court's decision to improperly bar portions of the public from access to parts of the trial while providing privileged access to others, and to unlawfully deny public access to court records generated in the course of trial under Indiana's Rules of Access to Court Records, ACR. So she's gone on to say that she's talked about the evidentiary phase prior to trial. Yeah, this part here. Prior to trial, representatives of media organizations requested access to view the exhibits admitted in course of the trial, and Judge Gull informed the media that the exhibits would not be made available for public viewing until after the trial concluded, or if Mr. Allen were convicted after sentencing. And Judge Gull subsequently reconsidered her decision and entered an order permitting members of the media to view the exhibits for 15 minutes at the conclusion of each trial day. Now, the media is not her, right? The media is not podcasters, true crime YouTubers, people like Andrea, Lawyer Lee, Bob Motter, etc. They weren't even allowed that 15 minutes. So it was only like news stations that got that 15 minutes. The order makes no provision for any member of the public to view the exhibits under the same conditions as the media. Many of the exhibits are being published to the jury by providing individual copies, such that these exhibits are not displayed in the courtroom and cannot be viewed by trial attendees seated in the gallery. So yeah, people like Andrea, Hidden True Crime, etc. they're just attendees. That's all they. I have attended the trial each day as a member of the public. I'm an attorney licensed in Washington and Oregon who provides legal commentary on a variety of internet platforms, and I've been covering and analyzing the trial of Richard Allen. Although my coverage reaches tens of thousands of viewers because I operate independently of traditional news media, I do not qualify as media under Indiana law. and public attendance at the trial is limited to 24 seats. Now, Hidden True Crime took up more than one of those 24 seats.
Yeah. In multiple trials.
Yeah.
And it really is weird because technically, at least my understanding is there is no like official media. Like you can just kind of call yourself media and you're media. It's really weird how Indiana draws that line. Because in Arizona, like I was in the same area as Lauren. I had the same access, even though I'm just a small YouTuber.
Did you try to give her poison coffee?
Well, I did offer to get some coffee in the lunchroom. She got a little hinky after that. That explains it. So that's why I asked Grayson out for coffee, and it was a whole fiasco. But anyways.
Oh. Oh dear. Hey, this one will Idaho mom. Besides being naturally beautiful, Andrea protects the Constitution for all of us as Americans. Lauren does not have either of these qualities. No. Thanks for the $5. And Lucy, 69, gifted one hella Excited Utterance membership. Thanks so much for that, Lucy. Thanks so much.
Generous.
And AKA the cat lady for $5 says, I just don't understand why the need to put everyone down in writing to others. Who talks this much shit about others all the time? Well, clearly it's Lauren. Yeah. You know whose text messages I'd like to see? Grayson's.
Gray Bays?
Yeah. Maybe I'll ask the text message fairies for Grayson's.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. That actually would
Leave me
be
alone.
$5. Leave me alone. It's a dinner. Not a dinner. No. Not a dinner. This is how people get murdered.
I'm literally at dinner, enjoying a dinner, and they're coming up to me and making me feel unsafe when I'm not doing anything.
Thank you for those. Okay, let's keep going. Lauren Matthias in a group chat. Lauren complaining about the world being gaslit by defense attorneys on her way back from Delphi. Want to read it?
Okay. Y'all sitting in the Indianapolis airport trying to get back in time for blank morning Halloween party, and my plane has been diverted. I bet Andrea did that. Well, I pray my plane comes. I just got to share that Delphi is wild. I can't even explain what is happening here. It's like the world is getting gaslit by YouTube defense attorneys. Well, you would know about being gaslit.
Yes.
He's so guilty. And there's a whole effort to try to push out this narrative. He is innocent. Yeesh. I suppose the only, I don't know. I give her some kudos in that she actually thought he was guilty behind the scenes too, as idiotic as that sounds.
Okay.
She's not two-faced on this issue, at least.
No, hang on a minute. He's sitting in the Indianapolis airport trying to get back in time for the morning Halloween party. That's not even the prosecution case hasn't even rested yet.
Well, but Lawrence decided he's guilty. So he's guilty.
Do you realize when this is? October 21st. This is around the time of that lunch live that I showed you guys. What? In fact, it's actually before the lunch live that I showed you guys, when she is like pretending to be like on the fence, kind of swayed a little bit. Yeah. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna bring up my video I made of that. Just a sec. Wow. God. I'm reeling right now. I'm just putting this into context of timing. And that is wild that she's saying that then. It was the missing lunch
The date
slide.
may be wrong. Or could the Halloween party have been like a week earlier?
No. All from October 31st, 2024.
Oh, you have 21st.
Oh, it's October 31st.
Okay, sorry guys. Whoops. Yeah, thank you, Linz and everyone. Yeah, the date's wrong. Okay, so this was on Halloween.
Okay, that still makes sense though. But it makes sense in terms of the timing of what I'm about to show you.
Okay. Yeah, it's the 31st.
Let me just fix that then. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll take this off and
No, it's all right. You can just.
continue.
Yep, done, fixed. Yep. Sorry about that, guys, but yeah, it still makes sense in terms of because it says Halloween, so back in time for the Halloween party. Yep. Oops. 3. That, and I am just going to find for you the lunch live thing that I made. Because she did a lunch live from her house. Remember the one that I showed you guys where it looks like she's in her car? Here we go. And I'll play you this. During the Delphi trial, that is Indiana versus Richard Allen, Hidden True Crime sent Lauren Matthias, the host, over to Indiana to cover it because there were no cameras in the courtroom. Now, Lauren, of course, had to bring staff with her, even though there was very limited seating in that courtroom. So she brought along Grayson and some other staff to take notes for her. She took some notes, but she brought staff with her to take some notes. Now, I get a lot of comments from people saying it was during that trial, in particular a lunch live, because she did these lunch lives from her car. In particular, a lunch live that was when they unsubscribed from Lauren's channel. And I've been looking for this lunch live, and I think I might have found it, guys.
Or that people can see me. It is, we'll try this again. Yesterday I got the date wrong, many of you pointed out. It is Halloween Thursday. Today is Thursday, October 31st, 2024. And the Richard Allen trial is, it's a very, very big day. Very big day. I have been talking to several people on every break that's been going on during trial.
There you go. Everything seems normal, doesn't it? She's in her car. She's been talking to people on every single break, just like a normal lunch live, correct? Right. Okay, so let's go forward.
61 times. In an interrogation. Right? I mean, no, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. And not 61 times. I mean, is anybody in chat here confessed to crimes they, multiple times that they didn't commit? Yeah, and right. So yeah, I mean, also I want to share this. A lot of people, I'm listening to people say he was treated badly, but I have to be honest, according to the witnesses, he wasn't. And I'm not saying he was or wasn't. I know a lot of people disagree or they have their own opinions, but if just reporting on what the witnesses say, he went in on S-Watch. It's actually not uncommon for those charged with crimes against children to be put in a cell alone. That always happens with S-Watch. And I'm not talking about convicted. I'm talking about charged before the conviction. It's not uncommon for their protection to be put in a cell alone. He had mental health every day.
He had
I don't know.
mental
I don't know.
health
I'm talking out loud, guys. I'm finally sharing some thoughts.
right?
I drank the Kool-Aid. By Kool-Aid, you mean witness testimony, sitting in court every day, listening to evidence. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so she'd only listened to like prosecution witnesses by this point. Okay, so 31st of October. Sorry about the typo there, guys, but it's absolutely that Halloween day, that leading up to Halloween day. So she's actually sitting in her car outside her house or Grayson's house, I don't know. Right? It could be either. For
Grayson's shag pad.
Yeah, whichever we know. Whichever she's at that point, who knows? And I know that she told her chat that she had gone home. However, I do not understand what this whole car setup thing is about. It's visually misleading. But that day, she's also texting in a group chat this. And this must have been earlier in the day because her plane was diverted. While I pray my plane comes, I just got to share that Delphi is wild. I can't even explain what is happening here. It's like the world is getting gaslit by YT defense attorneys. So YouTube defense attorneys, not by the defense attorneys in the courtroom, by the YouTube defense attorneys. He's so guilty, and there is a whole effort to try to push out this narrative he is innocent.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
What a goddamn liar. She's big mad at LawTube. Yeah. I love being able to put these texts in a timeline where we can see more context around what she's gossiping about. Yeah. I had to really look for that lunch live because she hit it. She hit that one. There's another one she's hit as well. It's day 4. It's the one where she saw the bridge guy video and she wasn't sure about what she saw. And I don't even know why she hit it because later that night, she said that after the lunch break, she saw the video again and she was convinced it's all fine. I've seen it now. I saw Bridge Guy. It's fine. I saw it. All my questions are answered. But what she said at lunchtime was that she didn't see Bridge Guy in the video. And for some reason, that must have been terribly against what she wanted her audience to remember her saying. So she's hidden it. It's gone. So, dear me. Yeah. If anyone's got it, if anyone recorded it or whatever, send it my way. That'd be great. Now, here's Lauren heading back after the verdict. I saw this one at the time, and I was an idiot and got into a conversation with her about it, and it pissed me off because I was like, I'm giving her more traction on her video, which she didn't really need. She's got enough traction with her videos. But when you comment on someone's video just to like disagree with them and you don't want their video to get more traction in the algorithm, unfortunately, you're just playing into their hands. So yeah.
I am saying goodbye to Indiana right now, taking off, headed home for Christmas. I just have to say one of the most interesting things about the sentencing, beyond the victim impact statements, was the fact that Judge Gull looked right at Richard Allen and said to him, "You roll your eyes at me today," and you rolled your eyes throughout this entire trial. Well, the gallery.
Okay, so Judge Gull said that to Richard Allen. And Richard Allen had a lot of facial tics, apparently, during the trial. Nancy Grace commented on it as well. For the 2 hours that she was there, she noticed him going like that as well, right? This man has been subjected to a drug that has qualities that make a person have physical reactions. He's been in solitary confinement for 13 months. He's been beaten. He's beaten himself into a wall. We don't even have a clue what he's been through. And if his eyes are rolling back in his head, to interpret any facial movement as being potentially him just being disrespectful, the judge is just making an assumption. But Lauren is reporting this back to her viewers without any consideration of that.
And can we just say she's on an airplane right now with other people around her?
Yeah.
And while it looks like the window's open, I'm assuming it's not.
No.
What kind of human talks out loud on an airplane? You know how obnoxious this must be for everyone around her? She's filming this.
Oh, but she's a true crime podcaster.
It looks so cringe.
It's very, very important stuff.
Sits behind Richard Allen, and Richard Allen is looking directly at the judge. So we can't see Richard Allen's face a lot of the trial. And so that was sort of a shocking thing for us to all hear, that he had been.
Oh, it's shocking to hear that he's been doing that. You must have been shocked. Shocked.
Rolling his eyes throughout the entire trial. I did check with some people that were in the gallery to the side, and there was somebody that said, absolutely, I saw him roll his eyes.
She must have had to go and check with a bunch of different people to get anyone to say anything, or maybe she's just making that shit up. In fact, maybe it was Grayson. I checked with Grayson, and Grayson said, yeah, she saw him roll his eyes.
All right, now I'll be right back.
Judge Cole also mentioned that he had no remorse for what he did. Rest in peace, Abby and Libby.
Look, yes, rest in peace, Abby and Libby. Rest in peace, Abby and Libby. Absolutely. And I hope that there is a proper trial. And I hope that the investigators do their damn job and find out what really happened. I don't have that much hope that we're ever going to really find out what happened. It's 8 years have passed. It's been so long. It's been so long. It's such a complex case. It really is. But I'm just so disgusted by everything that's happened. To say that there was no remorse showed by him, I really don't like it when people comment on remorse when there's such a big question over whether the person really did it or not. How can you show remorse when you didn't commit the crime? You just can't. That's just not something you can ask of somebody when they didn't commit the crime. So it's especially when people do comment a lot on defendants showing remorse, oh, they showed no remorse. Well, if you're not 100% convinced or convinced beyond a reasonable doubt that someone committed the crime, then expecting them to show remorse is asking a fair bit, I think. So yeah, in this instance, he's a shell of a man, and expecting him to behave like a regular person with the same social interaction as a regular person, and then to show remorse for something, I think it's a stretch. But Lauren takes no responsibility for the fact that she does influence people's thoughts. She is an influencer. She likes being an influencer, but she takes no responsibility for that influence. And that really bothers me. Yeah. It truly doesn't matter what their facial reactions are. People read what they want to see on them. That's so true, Amanda. That's so true. People will decide what they're going to based on their own feelings about that person. And that's why I find, this is probably going to annoy some people now, I don't put much stock into the whole body language analysis genre of YouTube. I see it kind of like it's a bit of an entertainment genre more than anything serious. It's YouTube ones, because of the fact that they tend to sort of look at short clips and look at people's gestures and things and go, oh, they're being performative, or they're hiding something. And it's very difficult to try and assign any kind of value to that when you've not known that person, you don't have any real knowledge of what their body language is generally like. Like, body language is a thing, don't get me wrong, but I've seen some really shady body language analysis on YouTube, like really shady. And it can be very harmful to the people who know the person being analyzed or the person being analyzed. And I just think that it should be the people doing it should really take a good hard look at themselves. Yeah. No hypno lobsters. If you didn't see Jolene last night, go look. Watching Lauren interact with men versus women, even girls, is a trip. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I don't believe body language unless you have a baseline of the person usual. And it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of impossible for like YouTube body language people to do it unless they've been following somebody and watching them a lot. And that's not really how those channels or those analysts do it. Like, it's more of a quick fix. And there might be some that are good. I'm not speaking for all of them, but the ones I've seen, yeah. I cancelled the behavior panel after they did Rick's interrogation. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, fair. Yeah. There are a few that are just really bad. Yeah. I'm mad as hell. Yeah. I bet LM used her phone to record inside the courtroom in Delphi. She seems the type. Oh, yes, but you can't record inside courtrooms where there is a no recording order, right? Right, Dolly?
Right?
Can't
Yeah.
be doing that. Can you imagine Judge Cole? Judge Cole would have had breakfast. Now that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
That would have been really interesting. Imagine Judge Gull having a go at Lauren.
Yeah, that would be so good.
Imagine Lauren getting kicked out of the courtroom.
So, Lauren.
And like, oh, Nick, please help me. Go talk to Judge Gull for me. Imagine that. Oh, dear.
So, I think we may have missed a couple super chats.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go.
I'm not sure if we got this one. I'm sure we all noticed that to the cops, she was a real journalist, but on her 9-hour online tantrum, she was just a mom with a YouTube channel.
Just a mom with a YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed. But also, she's a public figure as well to the cops. So it's like it changed. It changes. Maricopa did not allow video recording, but audio. were allowed. Yes, yes.
You just
yes.
could not release them.
Yeah. In Delphi, nothing.
Yeah.
Big fat zero. Big fat zero. I do wonder whether or not
then Eddie Purdy, I'm not sure if we got this one, but she stated she's a proud LDS member. She stated it on Radio Free Mormon YouTube channel after her John DeLynn video. Okay. Congrats on 10,000 subs. Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you so much. Lindsay was here earlier and she typed something and I didn't get it.
Oh. Well, hello, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay. How are you, mate?
I just don't understand.
No, keep going.
Okay. AKA the cat lady for $5. Thank you. I just don't understand why the need to put everyone down in writing to others. Who talks this much shit about others all the time? And it's just so, well, it's a shitty thing to do just in general, but it's just stupid as a business practice. Like, it's so easy for this kind of situation to happen.
Just looking for all of Lindsay's chats. I'm trying to.
And Lucy for 69 gifted one Hella Excited Utterance membership. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Much
so
appreciated.
Much. Could you just bring up Lindsay's chat, please? We've read these out. Thank you. Yep.
No, they literally made us go through metal detectors and zero electronics were allowed inside. Oh, so you couldn't even bring in your phone into Delphi.
No, no, I know. That's the thing, and this is also why it's. Oh, you okay? It's also why it was just stunning how good Andrea's notes were, because we know for a fact that there was no recording. There was just nothing else she could do but take notes, and her actual notes, like her notepads, they were stacked up like so, and she went through several pens and things. Are you okay?
Yeah, Babu and Senior were just playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, finally, that's good.
Yeah, they were just hopping up and down, running after each other.
Yeah, that's good. Finally,
yeah,
starting to get some
cat
interaction going. Yes. Very good. Yeah. So yeah, Lindsay was there for a while. I think you were there for about a week, right, Lindsay? And Christina was there for a bit. But Grayson was there, I think, for most of it with Lauren, but she referred to people as her roomies.
Oh,
yeah, and her assistant and that kind of stuff. She thinks she's so famous. Yeah,
her daughter.
Yeah. It's kind of a bit gross. It's just I don't know why she doesn't just like call people by their name. It's kind of strange. But yeah.
What? Call her Grey Bay?
Grey Bay. Maybe she's calling her Grey Bay now. Maybe she started to catch up to that.
Yeah. So we got this normal Idaho mom for $5. Thank you so much. Besides being naturally beautiful, Andrea, oh, I thought you meant me. Andrea protects the Constitution for all of us as Americans. Lauren does not have either of these qualities. Absolutely. 100% I agree. Jim Cox gifted one Hell Excited Utterance membership.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Jim. Hope you're doing well.
Nice of you, Jim. How are you going, mate?
And Carmel,
sorry. Not sure Hella has seen it, Lindy. She is such a what?
Thunder nut.
Oh, okay.
Must be a type of cashew.
Okay, yeah, a type of cashew. Sure. Happy noises. Happy noises. says Lauren is ridiculous to be jealous and think it won't get back to other people. Well, she tried really, really hard. She tried really, really hard. Really hard.
Better late than never. It's just
King Sterling.
Yes, the king.
The king.
It's just such sloppy business practice.
Well, you know, she tried calling the cops and all that kind of thing. So
yeah,
that happened. And I'm now trying again to find Lindsay's chat. So
while you do that,
then the glasses will go off in security. Just say.
Good to know. I was wondering.
Is it this one? Lindsay said, Lauren told me that Andrea got in her face and was being physically threatening to her inside the courthouse while waiting in line after lunch. I did not see that happen. What? What? That's probably the one.
Wait, are you saying Lauren is stalking Andrea? She better file a cease and desist.
That's probably it. Thank you for finding that, CH. Okay, so Lindsay said, Lauren told me that Andrea got in her face and was being physically threatening to her inside the courthouse while waiting in line after lunch, and I didn't see that happen.
Oh, Andrea was to her.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Lauren said
Lauren
that.
went into Andrea's. What?
Oh, what a pile of crap. Oh, please.
No. I have a very hard time believing that of Andrea. Then again, we do know the kind of things Lauren finds threatening, so Andrea probably just told her, hi, have a good day. Let's see. And then Carmel Hughes Herodia became a YouTube member. Thank you so much.
Andrea would not get physically.
No.
No, that's such crap. That's such crap. I mean, Lauren has experience with being kicked out of courtrooms. Felicia. Oh, please. Please, please, please. Lauren got kicked out of the courtroom 2 times during Chad's trial. What?
Oh, really?
What, Janice? Freaking hell. Hang on a minute. Two seconds.
Yeah. I'm going to be posting Xtaro's link in the chat. I'll be
Hey, Nick, how's it going? Yes, we will be on with Nick.
Yes.
Tomorrow. Lauren also took credit for sleeping outside at Delphi. Yeah. She didn't. Christina, yeah, okay. So Lauren was not sleeping outside at Delphi at all. Yeah, she had people outside there sleeping for like in line for her.
Yeah.
I was not watching, guys. Was Lauren saying that she was sleeping outside at Delphi? Help me out, chat. Yeah. Thank you for the gifted membership, Pink Pajama Penguin.
Yeah, thank you so much
for that. Yeah. Hey, Chuck Anderson.
Very generous. Thank you.
How's it going? Much appreciated for the gifted membership. Yes, she did. She didn't stand when the judge and jury entered the courtroom. Okay. Where was she sleeping? In the Airbnb.
Yeah.
She had an Airbnb. Yeah.
Getting her beauty sleep.
She made it sound like she was. Look, there's a lot of making it sound like she was doing things, like kind of like the visual of the car of being in the car, and like she said she went home for Halloween, but you had to catch that. You had to catch that, and there were like 3,500 people in chat, and then a bunch of like I think that lunch live got 15,000 views or something. And you know what it's like. You pop in, you pop out, and you see it, like the visual of it. It's her in a car. Why would you be in your car if you're at home?
Yeah.
And someone got in my comments after I made that video and said, "Oh, but she at Delphi, she did her lunch lives outside the courthouse." No, she didn't. She did one of her lunch lives outside the courthouse. There was one day when she got outside the courthouse and said, "Oh, it's so crazy here today. No time to get in the car." Yeah, but day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, it went missing. Day 5, day 6, day 7, all in the car. All in the car. So there was this pattern of being in the car, right? And then she goes home for Halloween, and what she do? She gets to the car. And she says, "Yeah, I've gone home for Halloween." Right? So she's not lying.
No.
But she's showing this visual of herself in the car. It's like, why in the car?
Yeah.
What's going on? Right? And yes, there we go. There's someone in chat is saying, "I didn't realize, sorry, I just missed your chat. It went by, but I just realized that I didn't realize that she didn't sleep outside." You see? So it's just this lying by omission thing. Yeah. So I didn't realize she didn't sleep outside. No. Can you imagine Lauren sleeping outside in the cold? Think about it. Why would she be the one to sleep outside in the cold? She's got people there. So she had people there to sleep outside in the cold for her. Yeah.
Yeah.
She took credit for sleeping outside. I've got someone is here telling me right now that she had someone sleeping outside, and that they finally said to her that she needed to take a turn, and she insisted that one of them goes back to the Airbnb to get some sleep. I'm not going to name who it is. Yeah. Because they were sticking up for each other. Her roommates were sticking up for each other and going, "Oh, like, we all need to get some sleep. It's time for you to do it."
Yeah.
Right? As you would. As you would. Yeah. Has anyone heard from Bobby Joe? No. No. Of course not. Of course not. Right? And we can all just we can all send her messages and emails all day. I don't reckon we're going to hear from her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, 10K. Yay. That's nice. That's nice. We will do a celebration at some point. And we're going on Nick's tomorrow for his 20,000 celebration. So we'll crash that. Thank you so much. Chuck Anderson's granddaughter, $2.
Congratulations on 10K. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
and
much.
Valentine Bill be gifting another Excited Utterance membership. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm still I can't get over this whole thing about the threat or the supposed physical threat. That's just absolute. That pisses me off so much. All this stuff about Andrea pisses me off so much. I just, yeah, it blows my mind. I'm really triggered by the Andrea insinuations, allegations, bitchiness, jealousy. That really, that gets me. Would Lauren's Delphi roommates be willing to look at the fake juror notebook and tell us if they recognize the notebook and or handwriting? All eyes. I've sent some of that stuff to them. I'm looking at it too. So you guys are aware. I've been holding back on that stream. So the question mark over it is so I'll just give you a little bit of background. There was a supposed juror, a Delphi juror, who came forward to a journalist, and his name's Tim. I can't remember his second name. This supposed juror came forth, was the second juror, to give her story, and she didn't want to be interviewed in person, but gave her story on email and I think phone call, I'm not sure, and also supplied her notes, her juror's notes. And this Tim, he put out, I think it was a 2-part video on his YouTube channel, and summarized the discussion and showed her notes. And the notes looked a lot like Grayson's handwriting, like a lot. And we're not sure, right? But here's the thing. After this all happened in, I think, May of this year. After we all kind of dissected it and went, this is all really weird. This doesn't seem like it's a juror. And we didn't at the time know or splice it together that it was Grayson. If it was Grayson, we're not sure. But we thought it was a fake juror. We started dissecting it, and he got very defensive and abusive to all of us who were saying that it was fake, or that the person was just coming up with ridiculous commentary. And he blocked us all, but then eventually he took down the videos, which was weird. It was really weird. He took down the videos. And we've got some screenshots of the notes, and like they look like Grayson's handwriting, especially if you put it next to the statement that she made in Boise. I'm just not 100% sure, and I want a little bit more.
It's not the notes that were taken during trial. I believe this juror was asked questions and then they wrote out the answers. Am I correct in that?
Turbo. Yeah. See, criminality's on the same page with me. We're not sure. We're not convinced yet. Not 100%. I am definitely not convinced it's a real juror. Let's say that. Definitely not convinced it's a real juror. I'm just not 100% convinced it's Grayson. So that's why I'm not ready to do a stream on this yet. So I want to do some more investigating. Yeah.
So it wasn't the notes taken in the courtroom.
Andrea. Okay. So Grayson has said that she lent paper to Andrea, and the paper looks like the paper that this juror had.
Okay.
But look, I'm 99.9% on my assessment. Yeah, I might, assuming I do a stream on this, I might get criminality to come on. So yeah, who's Turbo? See, exactly. See, there's too many loose ends here. I'm not ready to present this to you at this point. So trust T. Yeah, T knows his stuff. But yes, in answer to All Eyes, I have provided those screenshots to Lauren's roomies, and they sounds like you all don't know exactly. That's why.
And,
I like to have everything ducks in a row. Yeah.
Can you explain more though about what this note or what these notes are that we're comparing to?
Sure.
Chat's a little confused. Yeah. Chat's confused about what the notes are.
They're jurors' notes. So
that was taken after the trial? Or during the trial?
Yeah.
Because normally aren't they disposed of?
help me out, guys. I thought these ones, they sounded like she managed to get them out of there. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. They look like they were taken during trial. They have their word for word, right? So here's the problem with it. Yes, maybe the jurors are made to dispose of their notes, but if it were a real juror, that would be the case. But these notes look like they were taken right there. Yeah,
so that's even more sus.
Again, another reason to be more sus that it was a real juror. You with me?
Oh, T, thank you so much. That's what I was wondering. Supposedly, the juror went back to the hotel and took notes on the day. Okay, so it was after the day.
Supposedly.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out what the official story was that they claim. So
Yeah. So yeah.
That makes sense. Thank you, T.
This is the thing. This is the thing, right? So turbo or supercharger. Yeah. Right. So sorry to go off on a tangent there, but I have actually brought this up a couple times on streams before, and I have promised you that I would bring you something on it, and that's why I haven't yet, because I am not sure that it's Grayson. But it could be someone else connected to Lauren. Could be someone else connected to Lauren. And I'm interested in that too. The writing does look a lot like Grayson's, but there are some differences that bother me. I'm not a handwriting expert, but I'm very good with Photoshop. It's my job. And I've brought them in together and overlaid them and all that kind of thing. And there's just some things that bother me about that. So yeah, if there's another speculation, just be careful. Exactly. Yeah. So it would be unethical either way. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I want to just make sure I have everything in place before I put that forth. Anyone else could have taken notes. So what's the issue? If they're presenting themselves as being a juror, that's an issue. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, it's interesting. The Delphi case is so full of weeds. It's just, there's so many rabbit holes to dive down. I absolutely recommend to you, please watch some of the streams around the Richard Allen appeal. It's so interesting. Definitely go and watch Andrea's take on the appeal document. It's fascinating. She is an appellate lawyer, so watching her go through that is just stellar. But there's so many people that you could be watching as well. Obviously, Bob and Ali over on Defense Diaries. Just today, we've got Sean over on Potentially Criminal. He is reading out the document. In fact, is he still doing it?
I think he's about to end, actually. I was going to redirect over there, but...
Yep. Criminality is in chat. She has been covering the Delphi case for ages, for years. Yeah. Her and Sleuthy Goosey do an amazing job. All Eyes on Delphi is in chat. She is just an encyclopedia of everything to do with the Delphi case. She has an amazing website as well that has all of the documents, everything, exhibits, transcripts, everything you could possibly want. It's all searchable. And also rickallenjustice.com is a fantastic resource if you're interested in diving into the evidence. So thank you for indulging us tonight, because I know we've gone off on a lot of different side angles, but it's an important one. This one, it really is an important one. Did you say free Zachary Adams as well? Yes, sure.
Free Zachary Adams and Anderson.
And Anderson.
All the Zacharys.
All the Zacharys, yeah.
And Richard Allen.
Absolutely. And Richard Allen, absolutely. Thank you for linking out to Criminality. Much appreciated.
And yeah, we got Nick Staros tomorrow.
We got Nick Staros tomorrow. So Nick Staros 20K subs. an anniversary stream tomorrow. Will be on there, and don't know if we'll be streaming. We may be also. So just keep your eye out. Make sure that you're subbed up and that you have your bell on heavy. We're going to redirect over to Sean. He is doing the Richard Allen brief, but he may be finishing up pretty soon. Not sure. But do say hello, Raid, when you get over there. And thank you, guys.
We got a couple more to go through.
Yes, sure.
Yay for 10K. Thank you, Nick, for the 50 Swedish kroner. Aye.
Thank you,
They're after me,
Nick.
Swedish
See you
fish.
tomorrow, mate.
Chuck Anderson's granddaughter. Thank you for gifting one Hell Excited Utterance membership. Much appreciated. And Kay Schmidt gifting 5.
Kay
Hella
Schmidt,
Excited
always
Utterance
come in with the 5. Thank you, mate. Love you.
So generous, guys. And Penny for another 5. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so nice. And last one, I believe. How did you two make friends? Thank you, Jessica. 8310. Love you both. Have tables turn. Yeah, we hate each other. Except for friends. Yeah.
Thank you for $2. We met by some law tubers.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, in Discord.
Yeah. Making law simple, and we just had stuff in common.
Nick.
And Nick. Yeah, Nick was another one. Yeah. So
we both like the Mark Jensen trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wisconsin versus Mark Jensen.
Yeah.
1998.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you know of it, we can chat. That's where I got my name, Excited Utterance, actually, because the hearsay exception, Excited Utterance, was how the little boy's testimony came in, because he went to his teacher and he told his teacher about how his mother was very sick. And if she was still sick that afternoon, his dad was going to call the ambulance. Yeah. But his mother was passed away by that afternoon. And yeah, that was an Excited Utterance. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah. Mark Jensen brought Heller and Dolly together. Yeah.
We can blame him for all this.
We can blame him.
The worst thing he ever did. No.
Yeah. No, I think he might have done some worse things.
Probably.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you soon. And yeah, special fun stream tomorrow with Mr. Viking, and I'll see you over on Sean's. Say hello, Raid for us, and it's time for the song.
Her name was Hella. She was an Aussie. She was a fake lawyer from the future.
Thanks, everyone.
She got on YouTube and made some live streams. Her co-host is Tommy and she dances sometimes. The words are always so loud because she's an 8 or 3. To the exception, excited utterance. Her cat is staring from when he goes missing.